Try this again. 8x8 re-pour over this little canvas. It's not awful, but it's not great. It's not worth the canvas. So I've got some new colors made up. Corey suggested, and pinks and raspberry reds. I'm going to use this as the cushion base paint, basically to cover over what we had here before. There's a lump in there I'm going to get out after I get them to each corner. So you can see I'm covering this canvas over again. Getting rid of what was there before. Ta-da! It's gone. That easily. You might say, I really like that. Well, I liked it, but I wasn't crazy about it. And I don't usually keep something I'm not really thrilled about. It's got to be more than just mediocre for me to keep. I'm getting those sides covered. So as the paint goes over, that old stuff's not going to show anymore. That is a real nice cushion paint. Just a house paint. Probably thinned a little bit with some Floetrol and some water. So that's nice now. That's covered. That's covered. Got that lump out. There it goes now. You don't need lumps in the base paint. Yeah, I think it's ready. All right, beautiful. Love it. Love the canvas. Okay, so gonna just get a rag near me for my hands. It's always good to have a rag near you to just wipe your hands off. And I'm going to just use a cup that I can squeeze a little lip into. I used to have a medium-sized pitcher cup, and I don't know where it went. I used to have a medium size. Okay, next time I'm at the dollar store, now I know what to get. Medium-sized pitcher cup. Okay, I'm going to just pour these colors I made up. I'll show you the colors later. Beautiful colors. Into a cup. And I think I'm going to need everything I made up. So that's my alizarin crimson. The others are basically some neon paints. I'll show you a picture later, the names. I'm going to put in this, I just thought of something. Since I'm going to try for a tree ring, I need to put the white in first. So I'm going to start over. White first. Then this pink. Okay. And this one. I'm going to put white in between some layers, like that. Then I'm going to put in the fire metallic red. Alrighty. I'm not going to add the white onto that one. And then last, this neon melon color, which looks more yellow in the camera, but it's more like a peach. There we go. The cup is full. And I'm going to just do a pour. I'm not going to make circles. I'm going to pinch the edge a little so it makes like a beaker. And I'm going to just do these dashes. I don't know if you could see from over there. I'll put the camera on this side. How's that? Right in the middle. My white should come out last. It's doing some interesting stuff. Don't know if that's enough contrast. It's pretty. That's going to go off the side. I don't think I'm getting enough contrast with just these few colors. So that told me something. That's good. Okay, I'm going to put this here again, so I don't have to hold it. I'm going to add a little bit more to my beaker. I think it needs more white. And I think I'm going to add some black, of all things. Only mostly because I have it made up. But let's go for it. Let's go for it. Adding the black to the white is going to kind of make a gray, I think. And then I have to put this down to add my other colors. Just going to pour them in. I have just enough. I'm going to just pour them in like a dirty pour. That's what I'm doing. And the can you see where it is? My cup? Yeah, there's my cup. Okay. I'm going to put the peach in there. That's just a little too boring for me. Just the same. So what you're learning is don't use the same colors. I'll put that alizarin again, which didn't make up very dark. And that's why I added the black. I think the black will add something that just all the same color scheme colors is not gonna, it didn't do anything. Okay, I missed something back here. Yep, the pink. I think adding the black and adding the white Probably should have added a few. Oh, I'm going to add another dose of black in there. Whoa, love it in the cup. Just a jig of white. There you go. Okay, let's try this again now. Here we go. Let's try this again. Do it the same way. Just going to pour. And it's on the wrong side. Let me do it from this side. Oh yeah. I want to get I'm making wide circles. It's pretty cool. Here comes the white. I'm liking it better already. I don't want that going off the side right now. Let it come to the center. And we'll let it go off. Got a lot of paint on here now. Let it go around. Slowly. Slowly. I hope I can get a nice tree ring pour. I like the red corners. I'd love to save this red corner here. I would. I'd love to save this red corner. I've got an awful lot of paint on here. I'm gonna have to dump it off somewhere. Maybe up here. Dump some off here. See if I can bring the corner back. So it's basically now black and white with some red basically black and white. Slowing up a little, which is good. Slowing up, which is good. Let's get it this way. Sorry about the camera work. It's basically becoming black and white. None of the red from the below is really showing at all, except for on the corners. It's basically turned into black and white. kind of like that corner. Yeah, well, maybe I'll do something with that. Maybe I'll just dab some of that in there in the corners. Change my corners up a little bit to have a little red in them. That way. Let's do it. Let's do it over here too. There's that pink. I'm just playing. That is a tree ring pour though. Yes. That is a tree ring pour. Yes, it is. And I do like that I can put some of this in there, some of this red in the corners with the gray. Let it come this way just a little bit more. Let that center grow a little bit. So I'm letting some of it go off the end so that the center grows a little bit more. Let it come back. Here again, it's a cool canvas, but it isn't a great canvas. No, it isn't. So I'm going to just do some crazy stuff. Yeah. Basically, we're going gray. Yeah, basically we're going gray. And we can pour some leftover paint through it. It did come out a tree ring, but I just didn't like the colors. Again, I like some of this. You know, when you're willing to just play, not quite sure what's going to happen. Might be something. That's how really, I believe the abstract expressionists did what they did. I think they just played and went back in and in until they got something they liked. So this was a wild and crazy practice. It started off with a tree ring pour. Then it got kind of boring. So we decided to improvise, do some cool stuff to it. And I think it's getting pretty cool. Needs some black, which we have. And I wish I did have it in a bottle with a squirt at the top. I don't think I have a bottle. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I got a squirt bottle. I need a squirt bottle with black in it. Not too much. Okay. You still watching? You're like, what is going to happen? Well, we shall see. Now we got an abstract going. And I think it's a pretty cool abstract. And it's not going to make cells, which is what I didn't want, was cells, because I wanted more of a tree ring pour without cells. So we started without cells. Okay. And when you use different size sticks, and I think I'd like a little more black up in this corner. That's what's nice about those little salad dressing bottles that you can get at the dollar store. Maybe a little white. Just a little bit. Not too much. Don't want it taken over. So now what I've got is an abstract. And I think this is a lot better than what I had before. If I want to really get exciting, see what I want to experiment some more, I can put a swipe through this. Let me get a and don't forget, this does not have anything but Floetrol and paint. So don't know what's going to happen. I'll get a paper towel. And I'm going to do the swipe with the black. And I think I'm going to do it leaving the top like that. Turn this around so I can swipe down this way. I think this is pretty sharp just the way it is, but I'm playing, okay? I'm going to put a black one this way. And a white one, too. And then I'm going to get a paper towel and dampen it at one end. Just damp, not soaked. Spray it with, okay, spray bottle. Spray it. So I dampened the edge with a spray bottle. And then I'm going to take it where these two colors meet. And it's adhered itself. And then just drag. Whee! So as you can see, it changed it a lot, didn't it? Well, give it a minute. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. And there'll be, hopefully, cells coming up. And I'll help them with, I'll help them by putting some heat on the paint. Now there is no silicone or coconut in here, so I'm not sure how much of a cells are going to come up. Let's give it a minute. There's a few coming up. And of course, the more you swipe this, I'm also going to use a piece of just this cardboard here. But, okay. I like these little white things at the top. And I'm going to put another thing of white across the top. I'm going to swipe it again. But I'm going to swipe it with this. You wipe this clean on the side of the box. Doesn't look like it's going to bring up any more cells. Of course, I wasn't planning on cells, so we don't have cells. If I wanted cells, I should have added coconut or Floetrol into the paint. Do I like it? I'm playing. I'm playing. Playing. Okay, let's torch it again, see if we can bring up some cells. Kind of like the difference between the top and the bottom. So what do I think? I love these colors. I love these muted colors against these bright colors. I do like that. I do like the grays, the gray wall-like against the top, which is pretty bright. I'll turn it this way so you can see it. The way I'm looking at it. It's kind of the way I'm looking at it. What do you think? I don't know. There's a few more little cells coming up, which I hope they continue, because I think it'll make it more interesting. That wall will get more interesting. Definitely get a little more interesting, the wall. But I don't think it's going to make a lot more cells, because this was just Floetrol and paint. Wasn't planning on doing this. So a lot of times I don't plan on doing things. I just start playing, and then all of a sudden I've got something totally different. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure, and I'm not thrilled. So I'm going to play some more. I'm going to go like this. This is going to be really drastic. Ooh. Oh my. No, I think I like that. I like what's happening up here. It's kind of like a, I can make it tilt a little bit. Come down a little bit more. Can you see it coming down? Let it grow a little. Wow. I can see there is a lot of paint on here. I like what's happening. I like what's happening. So I'm going to let it continue to drop some of that paint off the bottom. And I like what it's doing to the top. Woohoo! Okay, slowing up. Slowing up a lot, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back. It's slowed up a lot. So I think as far as having to pour more off, I don't have to. So I want to maintain that white at the top. And I am liking this. I am liking this. This edge is very interesting. So, am I happy with this? Much happier. Much happier than what I had before. Some of this spontaneous stuff that happened from, what's the word? Tilting it. And give it another torch. Just break any bubbles. Every time you stretch, you should torch at least one more time. This torch was just filled, so I don't want to get too close. It's got quite a bit of... And it's bringing up some cells. Careful, I don't want to burn it. There's a pretty strong flame on there right now. Let's just keep it moving fast. Okay. I love the waves. I like the waves. This is very abstract now. I'm very happy with it. I'm glad I went back into this. And I cleaned the bottoms off. I like it much better than what I had before. Don't waste canvas. Just go back in again. Put a cushion down. Play with it some more. See what happens. And that's it. I think I'm pretty happy with this one. What do you think? I think it's pretty cool. I'll give you a little close-up. And those waves cool. And this stuff that happened in here, you can't make that happen unless you start being adventurous enough to tilt a little bit. That is so cool. That's it for tonight.